that was what was exciting to me about the story. That like the initial idea and the sort of drive to write the script was merging the sort of something so fantastical with the sort of average or more mundane American suburb. It's sort of where I grew up, and so dinosaurs in the place that near your home, outside your yard, in the place that you feel safest. I found that immediately interesting, and just visually the contrast between these large animals, stepping through your backyard or moving behind the garage or drinking out of the pool. I just to me there's just a joy in it, and I wanted to build the script and combine those things. I'm a huge De Palma fan. I love the look of having a foreground and background element be in focus. I'm sort of a fan of playing with a set frame, of playing with the idea of what is in the foreground, what's in the mid-space, and the background. And so deep focus, like a split diopter shot, I think it has an interesting effect. It makes people pay attention to foreground and background in a way that regularly composed shot where maybe your foreground element is in focus but the background is out, it doesn't. Well, it's interesting. For me, sort of growing up on so many different kinds of dinosaur movies. My dad was a huge dinosaur fan, so I was watching Harryhausen movies like Valley of Gwangi, and I mean, again, there are a ton, but I think that the movie does several things. I think there are times where there is a playfulness to the dinosaurs. I think there are times where there is the sort of ruthlessness of a Jaws. Again, we're just trying to, for me, it was very much about trying to do something original and unique with this that is simultaneously, of course, inspired by all the things that you were just mentioning.
Well, I'll just say that as the producer of a movie, like, your job is to help the director realize their vision. And I don't think there were ever any disagreements about what the thing was or what the premise was. It was about how do we best do it. Like,
how do we pull this off?
Yeah, how do we do it with, we were being given, a generous sort of sandbox to play in, but still it's never quite enough, and you got to figure out how to do it. So where we were going to shoot it and with whom and how and when and all that. But to me, I got to read the script. I loved what David was intending to do, and my job and our job, all the producers, was about how do we help realize this in the best way possible. I really do feel like the final product elevates where the script started in a significant way. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, it was about starting it from the basis of family. Again, the film is set in the early '80s. It's when I was a kid. It's set in the Midwest where I grew up. So there is a lot of just sort of personal connection to that, and it was about grounding it, telling the story, having these big moments of spectacle and these really interesting set pieces, but being able to experience them through the family and real, characters that we can genuinely connect with. They're not just sort of stand-ins. They're not just like sort of an avatar for something. They at the core of it, we're making a family drama that becomes a situation where this family is now also, having to deal with dinosaurs, outside their house. Well, I mean, in all reality, even if it had been set in present and they would have lost they would have lost power, they would have lost those resources regardless. For me, I think that at the starting point again was one of me writing the script from a place of personal connection through my memories of childhood from that time. That's one part of it. And then the other is the movie is very much inspired by, again, a lot of the sort of late 70s, early 80s Spielberg, and a lot of but not just those, but a lot of the some of those sort of blockbusters of that time that I had a strong personal connection to. And so, it was also a time when a lot of those movies, I feel like, sort of grounded through character. So you have spectacle, but it is meaningful because it's experienced through characters that we connect to. And so it's a combination of those two things, sort of referencing that time period in terms of the way we handle our camera work, in our terms of composition. There's a little, the movie probably is a little less cutty than a modern film. There are a lot of ways in which we were trying to kind of reference that time period.
The other thing is, I would say that there's a timelessness to it. Like the fact that the neighborhood moves, like you said, sort of power goes out, all the resources are lost. There is something to it that weirdly feels like, while you know the movie takes place in the early 80s, it also weirdly feels like these are people that I believe are having the same,
in the present.
having the same issues in present day, and they're going
yes.
through the same kind of primal survival stuff that they would, regardless of when the movie starts.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see, let's see what happens with this. But I do have more stories that could be told, but we'll see. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.